Hi everybody. Sean usually does the intros, but I forgot to ask him
Hi.
specifically, so I'm going to do it now. Welcome back to Paradise Presents Roll for Damage. Playing
Yep.
the Rise of Tiamat campaign, where we're kind of, once again, adjacent to the main book. We've done a few book things, but we are venturing off the beaten track wildly, actually, for the moment. And before I get someone to recap the story, who will most likely be our resident recapper, Sean, since he's the one I realize I always ask, we'll do... you could stop waving now. We'll... That's not even your regular wave. We'll do some intros, though I'm sure you all know the first one. Why don't you tell us who you are, Shannon?
Hi, I'm Shannon. I am the community manager for Paradise Productions. This is my nerd home. We do lots of cool stuff here, like play D&D on Mondays and whenever you're watching this. And we do some gaming and crafting and cartography on Wednesdays, probably Thursdays by the time this airs. We recap on Sundays. Me and I don't know where you are in relation to me on the screen, but the one that's waving, we recap on Sundays. We recap our Monday night show, and it's a lot of fun. Get into a lot of shenanigans, if you will.
Shannon's doing better in her grades.
I am. I got a really good grade last time. We did well.
What do you grade her on, by the way?
Made up for the last one. Grade her on the recap quality.
Quality or accuracy? Like, is it entertainment value or
both.
how accurate?
Both, realistically, both, actually.
It is both.
But most of the time, the points only come off for accuracy.
Yes. And there's always like one thing that I miss that like and it's like usually something pretty critical. Although last week was really good. I'm really proud of myself.
You got an A.
Week. I did.
You only missed a few things and they were not critical.
It's an A+.
Nope.
It's really an A+. Yeah, no, it's an A+. Sean, who the hell are you? Go.
Well, also, it wouldn't be an A+. You did get some points off.
I feel like
it's an A+
right
in
now
my heart.
you're losing points for your next one.
You're not part of it. Shush.
Are you arguing with the teacher? I don't know.
Yeah, I am the teacher.
Not in that class.
Sean, go.
All right, sure.
I am the teacher of the Sean and Shannon Power Hour. No, I am the creative director, actually, of Paradise Productions, as well as our DM for our flagship show, Adrift in Aldalore, where Shannon plays Saskia, a fathomless warlock, and I am the DM, so I'm everyone else. I'm also a player here in this Scales Above campaign as Oryx Solaris, the timey-wimey magic boy who gets in trouble a lot, but always finds a way out. And it doesn't always, but most of the time does result in destruction of property and people's lives. But that's who I am for this game, and yeah, that's me.
Sarah, tell us things.
Hi everybody, I'm Shro, or Sarah. Today I'm going to be playing Tig, as usual. I'm currently listening to some very cute French music, so I'm kind of getting into the zone. I feel pretty adorable today because Tig is just cute as fuck and doing her darndest to help out and just make everything happy and better.
You killed a man by pushing his face through bars.
It's not my fault he was a weak man.
You've heard it here first, folks. You're weak if your face can be smushed through bars.
He wasn't prepared for the fighting pits. He shouldn't have stepped into the ring. Those are the rules of fighting pits, aren't they?
I am Nova and currently worried for my life being in the same house as my partner. Send help. I am... There's
the bird cage right there.
Yeah, that's it. I mean... If after the break I come, you just see vague shape behind
Just
her.
like
Yeah. You'll know what happened, right?
Like a regular slasher film, just turn the chair around, just head flops over.
Anyways, yeah, hi, my name's Nova. I am the DM for this show. I was we used to run on Roll for Damage, but life and stuff kind of got in the way of doing the streaming thing there. So, my lovely, I haven't had enough coffee. My lovely friends Sean and Shannon have helped out a bit here. So thank you very much, guys. We are glad to have a new home. Considering, I want to. I know I said I'd have Sean do the recap, but Shannon.
No.
Yeah, I wanna grade you. I've decided. You said I'm not the teacher, so I want to grade you.
The only person who's allowed to do that is Sean.
Okay, that's fine then. You do the recap. Sean will grade you.
I knew that's what you were going to say.
No. I don't want to play this game.
That was a good twist. That was a good twist.
It was, but no, thank you.
Actually, it would be good because Shannon, you don't have as many notes for this, so it's kind of it's that exposure therapy where you're taking a test that you weren't prepared for to get.
And I
also,
do it.
Nope, we're putting Shannon up right now.
Do it because I suck at it. I legitimately remember what happened last session.
Also, Shannon, you didn't get to do a whole lot last session. So
Right.
It's a good time for you to do it.
So you're rewarding me by letting me recap, which I am terrible at.
Exactly. You even if you only tell us what you did, all right, and we'll see. Sean can fill in the other gaps. We're very proud of you, Shannon. We're all here for you.
I'll help you.
Collective recap.
You're angering the mama bear.
Itch.
Very brave.
I had an itch.
I had an itch. I was angry about it. Fine.
Shannon,
right.
what happened last week?
Oh God, I'm mad at you. We're in a fight. We're in a fucking fight. So, what happened last week was I will begin this essay by saying that
The definition of recap.
the
is...
definition of what is Dungeons and Dragons really? Why do we
I love
play it?
I'm here for this.
In this thesis, I shall explain. All right. We started last session in France. Are you going to interpret?
I'm going to Stefan. I'm going to Stefan this, but
You're
I'm
gonna
going to do it
Stefan.
slightly ahead of time to help you if you paid.
Oh, you're so great.
Okay.
All right. No, we didn't get there yet, Sean. Oh, you literally just said you're doing it.
I literally
ahead
just said
of
I'm
time.
slightly ahead.
Yep. Yeah. Well, that's confusing for me. So stop it. All right. So we ended up in World War I era France, and no.
What was the city called?
I don't want to do this.
You started
London.
in London.
London.
I knew that.
I know.
fucking knew
You
that.
did know that. You did know
did.
that. So we started in early 20th century London during World War I as as real human people versions of ourselves. Granted, Sloan is a human in all of our games, but in this one she was a real world human. And Tig was a real world human as well, although all of the parts of her body that would have normally been the plant parts were like burnt and somewhat malnourished and malgrown, and then Auric was just a dude. But we were all still wearing the clothes from the dinner in the Winter Court, so we looked real weird. Auric wearing very ostentatious robes, Sloan in a dinner dress, and Tig was wearing like rags. And people were like, "What is your problem? Who are you? What the hell is going on?" And we were like,
Hey, no, somebody came up to me and asked if you two were bothering me. And I
that's
said
true
no.
because you looked
Yep.
like a normal person and we looked like crazy people.
Yep.
So they were like, this rich lady, they bothering you, lady? And you were like, no, they're my friends. And then kaboom! A attack happened, a bombing of London, and we were in a building that crumbled, or a building crumbled onto us, and we saw the guns firing into the sky and stuff, and it was really chaotic. And then I was in total shock. Sloane had a big old piece of debris lodged in her abdomen. Tig was also injured, right? I don't remember. Or
I
well, we
was
were all
disoriented.
yeah, yes. And then they dragged me out and looked around, and Sloane, being the only one not disoriented or stunned, had to decide where to go. And there was a choice of running off to the church. There was a choice of running into a basement that was closer with some people who were running there, and I think there might have been a third option, but we chose the basement. And boy, were they mean. Um, because we were not part of their crew, and they were not just a family hiding down there. They were smugglers, specifically smuggling weaponry. And they were like, "Who the hell are you?" We were like, "We don't know. We don't know anything because we're fish out of water." And they were like, "Well, why did you come in here? We're gonna kill you if you don't, because you've seen that we're smugglers." And we were like, no, it's fine, these two are just from the asylum that can't handle their patients anymore, and I don't know, their guardian. And they were like, what? Well, we have a good use for you. You're going to do a job for us. If you don't do it, we're going to kill your friends. One of you has to go across town to get some information from one of our contacts. Don't do it, we'll just kill you anyway. So it sounds like you got your mission. We argued a bunch. They were simultaneously somewhat afraid and just like not interested in dealing with us to a certain extent, because we didn't know what guns were. We kept calling them sticks. We asked for healing potions, and they were like, what the hell are these people talking about? So I volunteered to go do the job. Sloane
I was not happy.
was refusing, and I was like, Sloane, and I pointed at her abdomen where there was a big old piece of debris. They did give her morphine.
Only after you said you were going. They weren't gonna.
True. Yes, that was actually the part of the original deal. Was like, we will give you medicine if you go do this, and we also won't kill you. So then I went across town, rolled a lot of bad rolls, but thankfully Nova rolled bad as well, and snuck around some soldiers. Some of them caught me at a certain point, and I convinced them to let me go, and eventually got to a point across town near the Tower of London where I saw some scary monster that after I tried casting magic out of habit and not really actually trying to cast magic. So I was like, I'm going to get away from that thing. Made my way through, by the river, snuck around, got to the warehouse where their friend was, or their contact, got the information about where they are to drop off their goods and how much and whatnot, gave me half the payment. He thankfully gave me an escort back. I made it back in time because they did say if I didn't come back in an hour, they were going to kill my friends. While I was doing all of that to help our lovely party, these two piles of anger and muscle and violence were getting into some trouble with these people. As I feel like for one of the first time in Sloane's life, she had to be the one to like account for someone else's violence, as opposed to everyone having to account for Sloane's violence. Is the first time she had to feel what it's like to be Auric, as she was talking some sense into them as they were they had been put Tig in a room because she was acting up, and she was scaring them. where she said she wanted to play, so they gave her some blocks. And then a guy went in there, and it was playtime for Tig, so she killed him.
I played with him. Okay.
You played with him, yes, because he got pretty scared because she started talking about eating people, and she killed him. And I don't remember the guy's name, but he was someone's brother. And they were mad. So they kept saying to Sloane, if your friend doesn't calm down, we're going to kill her, or we're going to kill you, or we're going to kill both of you if you here. And thankfully, Sloane was able to kind of keep it somewhat capped long enough for Auric to come back, where Auric brought the goods, and they said, you're not going anywhere. And we were like, come on. And, and then he pointed at the dead body, and I was like, that, what, no, well, you shouldn't have done that. And they were like, yeah, well, you're going to France. And we were like, what's France? And we were forced into one more job to go. I'm forgetting exactly what we were going to be doing in France. I think we were going to be doing. What were we going to be doing in France? I know we were going to like the front line.
I believe you're dropping weapons to someone, or the boxes of weapons to someone.
Yes, that makes sense. They beat the shit out of Tig, so she was unconscious when we left. And
deserved.
We then got put in a boat below deck in the dark to be sent to France.
I don't know if you went below deck or if you were on the deck because you saw something on the rooftops as you left.
But I think I saw it, and then they kind of forced us below deck, is what I remembered. I just feel like I remember us being like in the dark at the end.
Yeah, I mean, I remember
It was nighttime.
The eyes too.
Or morning.
Oh yeah, but we did see the last. Actually, no, you're right. It was just dark out, I think, or the sun was rising. But I saw the eyes, and I said to Sloane that we're not the only things
from home.
That are, or
something
not
like that
from this place or something. I had some cool lines. I don't remember them right now.
The way Shannon delivered that one, that we're not the only things from home, was like, oh, that was actually really, really good. That was
actually really good. Yeah,
gave me a little bit of chills there.
That. Maybe I did say that. No, you'll eventually see the rods for this.
I peaked for my RP for tonight, so
I'm out. Sorry, I'll see you later.
Yeah. So yeah, that's
Good job, Sean. You get an A+.
You're not the teacher here.
Okay, so Sean,
and I also take this class pass, no pass.
Okay, well, it's pass, but if I was to give it a number, it'd be whatever Shannon ever gets +1.
Okay.
Yeah. So, there you go.
Shannon, you contributed to that. You
did really good.
Whatever.
Things that I didn't remember.
Whatever.
Sarah, sent you a message on Facebook. Can I just get you to check your mic just to make sure it is the desktop one you're using and not the one here? And then if it is too close to the wall, just move it sort of centered. You are way more tinny than I thought you were. Anyways, let me open my notes and hopefully it doesn't take up the whole screen. This one.
Pull up.
So, it was fairly early in the morning when you guys got on the boat and you moved away. These boats move pretty slow. So, after a couple hours rest, you start hearing movement on the deck. And if you go up there, you'll see that you are pulling away from the city into open waters of the sea. And you hear someone mutter, see the coast of France in about a day. Taking these supplies straight to the front. Things must be bad if they're sending ladies to deal with the Bosch. And are you guys going? Did you like? I'll let you decide if you just kind of cracked open the door as he was going on, or if you actually gone up to the deck.
I'm still hurt, right? I still had that fucking hole in my abdomen.
You do,
right?
and because
Uh,
because this is the real world, there is no such thing as hit dice. You'll heal as you heal.
Great.
It's
so very
Darn.
fucking slowly.
it's gonna be roughly 1 hit point a day if you get 8 hours of sleep.
Which we did not last night.
No, but you can sleep on the boat. There's
So-
plenty of time.
So I had 10 hit points. How many should I have right now? I don't think 10 because it's not full health.
24 is your full health.
Yeah, 24 is your full health currently.
It's at the end.
So
So 2 weeks of bed rest, and you will probably be
I
okay.
see. Okay, great. Well, then I imagine I'm sitting down wherever we are and just an arm over the hole. And are you looking out the door or listening, or what are you doing?
Yeah, Oric will probably look out the door.
Okay. Does anyone else want to go with him? Like, I'm sure if you all wanted to sit on deck in the
Tick's unconscious.
sun. Well, I mean, it's been a couple hours. You could probably be awake at this point.
Yes, please.
With 1 hit point.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you can go sit
I
on the
have
deck.
two.
Yeah, if you wish, you can all make your way up there. It is moving towards. I think you saw a date on a newspaper, so it's like
I did. September
something
1915.
1915.
15, that's what I thought.
So it's
Yep, 1915.
Mid-
On my notes.
to late September. And as you move onto the deck, and again, I'll just let you decide how many of you are there. You hear, "Oi, you lot!" As whoever goes up there. How did you get sent out? What?
Ow!
Uh,
Sunlight!
Not this part of the world.
Ah! I'm just trying to drag myself out onto the deck
He
and
just
just flop
Looks
over.
to the
and
sky.
I'm
at
trying
like
desperately to get some
6:30,
sun.
7 in the morning, and it's just cloudy.
I'm just desperately like doing that whole like drag, like sunlight. Ugh.
She always is dramatic.
When she doesn't have sunlight, yes. I'm leaning in the doorway.
So, you know we're heading to the Louvre, right? It's gonna be a hell of a scrap. I think it was the 21st out there. They're all a bit green. Any of you seen any fighting ever?
Yes.
Not like this.
So,
Street fighting.
oh. Well, might be right in the trenches, but don't know how the ladies will do out there. Just during or after the war, you've seen this. Your time,
I'm
you
used
know.
to get into a lot of fist fighting. More than
They
you
do
think.
for fun.
They're quite strong, noticed. Despite their weakened conditions, but it's mostly due to he just puts his eyes towards slowly moving.
Motions.
Yeah.
Emotion. In a glass case of emotion.
So
They're strange.
you've teamed up with a couple alley cats, is what I'm hearing.
Essentially.
Right. Well, are you part of the ship that... He leans forward. The fisherman's crew.
Press ganged.
Ah. Well, look, I don't really ask many questions. I'm just making sure the lads at the front have what they need. And our last supply run got sunk, so we need weapons, That fucker stole a bunch, so he can get them to us, apparently. But when you get there, Lieutenant Furrens will see to you. He's not a bad lad. I'm not sure what the women will do, but they need every lad they can get on the line. 6 divisions out there now. 150,000 men? Are you... You are taking part, right?
We were only supposed to ensure the shipment got there.
You will probably have trouble not being pushed into it, especially if you haven't got any and he looks to one of the other guys, looks a bit rougher on the deck. Backup of fisherman's crew. He's known as a bit of a man that goes to and from, but you lot aren't.
And we're only supposed to bring the shipment there. We're supposed to leave.
You have handled a rifle before.
No.
That starts with R. I heard
What's a-
I heard the sound. That's
What's-
not the accent. I heard the sound.
What's a riffle?
Sorry, this man's having a very like serious conversation with Ulrich, and you're like, that starts with R. He's just like, the fuck is happening?
And Tig says, "What's a riffle?"
He just kind of looks over his shoulder. Did they get knocked in the head during the bombing?
Yes. And before.
I guess street fighting does that to you. Do you want to learn? You're not going to get much chance at training. They would have expected you to have it before you left.
Expected us to have it before we left. What?
Well, the army tends to train its soldiers, and you're going to get thrown in.
not
Don't throw Icky. He's very delicate.
Yes, no, if anything, I would be going in his place. I am much stronger than he is.
Maybe
Yeah,
on a
here
good
they-
day, lady, but right now a strong breeze is strong. Well, it's got to push you over.
Well, perhaps you have something that could help then with this,
You need.
so that
You-
I can be on this line that you speak of.
He walks up and looks at the wound. He's like, we've got a former medic below deck. He could probably wrap it up a bit and maybe help it. But you need a couple of weeks of rest there, love.
How much time do we have on the boat?
Good weather, we probably get 24 hours.
It's not enough time.
That's right. There's
Where is this former medic?
You're looking for Swannies downstairs, third door. Just ask him, to see to it, and he'll do it. He's a bit short with people, but he'll help you out.
What was the name again?
Swanee, Swanford, but yeah.
Okay, thank you. Off I go.
Okay.
I'm just
Oh.
gonna stay floundering on the deck like a dramatic toddler.
One of the men brings you like a cup of water and just sort of like places it next to you because he's worried about your flailing. He's like, you can have this, and he just kind of like backs up.
Thank you.
Who are these fishermen?
Smugglers, mostly.
What kind of army needs goods smuggled. And you have their own supply.
It's more that there's always thieves, and when things are at their darkest, the worst of people come out. Sometimes we need what they have. Granted, the way they got it isn't great. You know, they knock off a hospital to get morphine, and then we ask for morphine. The hospital doesn't have it. We're just getting it for a markup, apparently. The commander doesn't care where it comes from as long as he gets it.
And what kind of army is just accepting anyone who walks up to their line?
You ain't seen the line, have you?
We've only heard about it. I've seen some things.
You'll smell it before you get there. There's hundreds of miles of trenches with nothing standing either side. Barbed wire and bodies. The bodies only stand because they're in the barbed wire. He just sort of like he sits back and against the railing and like slumps to the floor and sits there and just puts his hand on his head. War's gone on too long. Cost too many lives. All because some fancy Fritz been shot. I'm sure there's more to it than that, but look, it's not like they accept anyone, but just there's not anyone out there that's not meant to be fighting, really. If you walk up, more or less expected to do something, and you might not be able to get back. If the line shifts, you could be stuck out there, no help, hundreds of miles. Things won't move for months, and then all of a sudden they shift, and we're miles ahead of where we were. I can't place your accent. Where are you from?
All over the place.
Alright. Keep your secrets.
When we get there, what are we doing? Are we approaching this line? Are you going right to the dock?
Well, we're probably going to get to a dock near, old Paris, and we'll get a car or cart and take you up. The Loser's up north it is. Near, I can't pronounce these French names. Artois, something. It's been a rough go, but I'm not of high rank myself, just helping. Press ganged in myself by the Navy to move things back and forth, but something's been planned. We've been moving thousands of shells that way. Look at these canisters with poison in them. Don't know what they're going to be used for.
Poisoning.
Yes, but I thought there were rules about using poison at war. Guess we're all
Sounds
going
like a lot of the conventions of this war are not typical.
Excuse me, Mr. Man. Boatman.
You can call me Stephen, love.
Hi, Stephen. Stephen. Hi, Stephen. Bad people don't care for rules.
Guess that makes us the bad people, love.
Everyone's a bad person sometimes. It just depends where you look from. Like Tig look from down on floor. Everybody a bad person for not appreciating the sky or friends around them.
Adult, you said. How bad was it?
Is he bad?
We have a few old rifles we can train you on if you need some help. I don't like the thought to send you up there without something to help you out.
Oh, we appreciate that.
Maybe, hopefully there'll be sun by midday. You come out here, we'll trail a bucket behind the ship and you can try it.
Fair enough.
Just got any questions? I feel like you've been pushed into this and you're not quite sure what's going on.
Well, that's the truth of it. We are very unfamiliar with this sort of stuff. These two, and they are more accustomed to the melee when it comes to combat. I'm more accustomed to this sort of fighting, I suppose. When we get to this France, will you be joining us or leaving with the ship?
I'm leaving with the ship, mate. Sorry. I did a few months. Got out, came back, bought a boat. Family bought the ship. You know, we intended to move cargo just between, you know, home and island, but Navy pulled us back. You know, for king and country and all that.
Well,
While you guys,
it's over soon.
While you guys are chatting, Sloane is down the
Stumbling.
hallway. Yeah.
Stumbling, excuse me, down the hallway, and I follow the directions to the third door on the left, I believe is what he said. And so when I get there, bang, bang, bang.
You hear, what?
Are you, Swanny, Swanford?
And this man opens the door. He looks to be about 50, maybe worked in the sun a lot. He's very like wrinkled face, and sort of just wisps of hair left. He looks at you, he's like, oh, come in.
Thank you. I heard you were a former medic and couldn't help this.
Oh, fucking. Wait a minute. And he grabs a couple sheets, throws them in. Lay down.
Lay down.
And he just sits there and he gets scissors and like cuts the dress and so okay. He sort of sits there and puts his fingers in the wound and pries around to make sure there's nothing else in there. And it hurts a lot.
Do you have to do that? Oh.
1 moment. And he picks up like a pillow, rips the case off, and like guessing that. open your mouth.
Why?
You gotta bite down on this.
Okay.
And he puts the thing in there, and he just goes and gets some sort of powder and just pours, and it stings. It just feels like he's just dropping rock salt in your wound at this point.
If my child wasn't sleeping, I would actually act it out, but I don't want to wake him up.
That's why you're biting down or something. Yeah. He sits there and he, no more bleeding. And he sits there and he's surprisingly strong. He just kind of like hooks an arm under your legs, lifts it up, and grabs like something, and just like slides under to like keep you propped up. And then he just starts wrapping bandages around you, and then with like a oh my god, I forgot the word. Compress?
Gauze?
Yeah, like a gauze padding directly over the wound. And wraps it super tight. Didn't seem anything vital. You should be fine, I guess. Just
Thank you.
try to get it
Thank you.
wet, I guess, but it's hard.
I don't have anything to pay you with, but I appreciate.
You get out so I can go back to sleep.
Sure, thank you. Just one question. Swanford. That starts with an S, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking. And when people call you Swanee, is it a Y at the end or an IE? I never got that rule. It's a stupid rule.
It's a Y.
Thank you very much.
Hey,
Goodbye.
you. Alright. Just closes the door. Very confused.
Aww.
If you wait even like 30 seconds, you start hearing snoring. You just go straight back to sleep.
Great. I will waddle back up to deck, feeling a little bit more stable, but I imagine that stinging sensation didn't go away quite. So I'll just kind of be like breathing through my teeth when I come back up.
Because I'm pretty sure someone stitched that wound up a little bit the other day. So he would have had to take that open to be like,
yep.
Yeah, seems fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, uncomfortable. And he might check on you later.
Great.
Right. As you're having this conversation upstairs, Auric, this guy seems pretty open to answer any questions you have about the area. And I guess he just like assumes you're from like the country and hadn't heard much about the war, so he just takes things at face value. If you ask him questions, he'll answer. And anyone that wants to sit up there with you can ask questions to this guy.
I'll go sit and I don't know if rifle training starts now, but as soon as it does, I have something I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Is it rifle training time?
Nope. That's why I was like, let's see if you guys want to talk at all to this guy, and then he'll train you, and then see how things go.
I'll crawl over and go say hi.
Literally crawl over.
Yeah, I'm just like,
As you're sitting there, you see some of the clouds clear, and there's like shafts of sunlight coming through, but nothing is touching the boat.
I just reach over the edge of the boat, like, give it to me. Just want sunlight.
He stands up. Yep. Comes back about 5 minutes later, and the boat starts turning. And it just goes through one of the beams and then through another one, and then as the clouds thicken again, they go away. They're just make sure their course is straight again.
I'll just follow it as it crosses the boat. I'll just be like, and then run over back to the other side.
She thinks she's a sunflower or something.
You have no idea.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, I was telling you about the war, right? So some guy shot someone, and then Germany and Hungary go to war, and then Russia jumps in, and then we jump in. Now Tommies are dying for frogs because Huns are invading. We keep sending letters back home saying we're in the pink, but even though every time we go over to Bags you send back home to Blighty for more of yours, we're just never ending. How much of that did you pick up, Auric?
Well, Sean picked up most of it, but Auric is like, Russia.
I just realized even the slang and colloquialisms I used were just as foreign as just the country names to you.
Yeah, right.
Tig have question.
Go for it.
So, Tig tried to buy something yesterday and used money from hell, but not worth anything here.
How'd you get chits?
And you say Tommy's for frogs. How much is that? What's a Tommy?
Tommy is the boys we send over.
What's a boys?
He just points to Auric.
That's a wizard.
He looks to you.
Tig talking
looks back
about
to
money.
Tig. You said you had chits that you used to pay for something and didn't. I don't even know how you get them. Usually only giving out.
Yeah.
So that's.
And I hold up one of the rocks, like
That's a rock.
Well, no, it is. Sloan. What were they?
Salt chips.
Chips. Soul chips. So we go to hell to get given this by an old friend, and Tig not spend any. So Tig want to buy sticks. And these are expensive. So how many souls for a stick?
Was she at the front before? Did she get hit or something? Like, she wants to trade rocks for sticks, and she got chits, but not now. And I've got some rock candy. You want some rock candy?
You have snacks?
I have snacks.
Finger food?
Not quite. And he goes and he searches through a little pouch, and he gets these little hard lumps of like coloured sugar, effectively, and puts one in your hand.
That's a rock.
It's candy. Eat it.
What's candy?
Lolly.
What's a lolly?
It's a treat.
Sweet.
Yes, it's really hard to chew on, but you can suck on it for a long time. And he looks to you, Sloane. Do you want one too, love?
No, she doesn't want one. I don't want. I will take one for team.
Is it not good, Tig?
No.
My kids love them.
Give.
No,
Give
Tig.
me. Give me, please.
Make a deception check versus your insight, Sloane.
That took me way too long. Shannon did not put that together until literally 2 seconds ago.
7.
That's all right. I got a 6. And it was a natural 1.
So you're fairly certain Tig is eating painted rocks. But there's
I've
also
seen
just
her
a bit
do
of
weirder
drool
shit, so-
like leaving her mouth at how like sweet these are. So
Give me, please.
Sloan, they're fine. It's sweet.
It is a sweet.
he'll
Yes.
put 2 more pieces in your hand, Tig.
Just stuff them in.
They take
Wow.
about 5 minutes to like suck all the way down so they're gone. And then he gives you 1 Sloan.
I'll just shove her hands in her
You
mouth.
see, Auric looks to her and says, "It's like the surface of a cream brulee."
You didn't say it right.
Creamy bully.
Oh. If you're lucky, you might stop by a cafe in France that makes them.
Oh,
What?
I haven't had one in a long time. That would be wonderful. Can we do that when we get there?
You kind of have to.
We'll see.
Yeah, it depends where your truck's going, doesn't it? Anyway, yeah. So
We can make detour. It's fine.
you said you're familiar with this type of thing. Sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Auric.
Auric. Okay. Been to war before?
Aware of it. I've studied it.
Okay.
More of a academic.
A lot of them out there. Maybe you could tell me. It seems crazy to me that a few important people decide that they don't like each other, and now here we are. Thousands dying every minute.
You know, such is the song of hegemony.
Sorry, what?
Hegemony. It's a structure of the powerful, the weak. Naturally, societies develop them. If there's not laws or societal customs that will prevent hegemony from forming.
Right.
Imbalances between the strong and the weak.
He looks to the girls. Academic.
He is.
Guy's got like an int of 8. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's like
Look,
Auric
he's-
is like immediately like being like, okay, I am smart enough to like apply the politics of the world I'm from to the politics of this world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could.
I don't know
I
what
could,
a Russian is.
I
though.
could. Mhm.
Does that word starts with H? Auric.
Yes, it does.
Hegemony. All right.
Good.
Anyways, look. If you want that training, we can go for that, and you guys can. He'll stand up and open one of the boxes he has that's more official than the ones that this other guy, who's kind of with you but not, has brought on board. And hands out a rifle, sans bayonet. All right. Gets a rope, ties it to like some sort of like bucket thing, and throws it
Yeah.
over the back of the boat. It's traveling about 50 meters behind. Can I get one of you to step up first?
I'll go.
Okay.
I'll go last.
He sort of shows you how to hold it. He shows you how to run the bolt. He's like, magazine in the bottom, 5 bullets. Go. Make a attack using dexterity. You are not proficient with this.
That is going to be a 15.
Okay. So you see this little in the water, but the bang this thing gives off and like the kickback, all of a sudden you're just like, you almost make a wisdom saving throw to not drop the rifle as this thing just makes a very loud bang.
0. I rolled a natural 1 minus 1.
All right, so you drop the thing and you hold your ears and it doesn't go overboard, but it hits the floor. You're like, whoa, whoa.
Too loud, too loud, too loud.
The other two were standing a bit further back, didn't quite get that. It's like loud, but it wasn't the same sort of like shock. Do you want?
It's fine. Let me go again. I can do better.
All right. Well, do what, soldier? Yep. You pull the trigger. Nothing happens. Gotta make a sleight of hand check.
$15. I am rolling a 1 or 13. Nothing in between.
All right. So 15 is fine to be like you sort of like get it right, and you can cycle the bolt pretty well, and you take aim, pull the trigger. One more attack for me.
Mm-hmm. Come on, baby. Okay, 16 this time.
Okay. It just hits the back of this thing because there's a small target bobbing around behind the boat. It's quite hard to hit, which is why he's done this. But over the next thing, like you get to the end of your shots, and it's clicking, and he just like pulls you back. All right, you wait there. I'll show you how to reload it and everything in just a second. And then he, all right, Ulrich, make an attack roll.
Come on, wizard boy.
Dexterity?
Mm-hmm.
16.
Well, first shot you hit. You've now seen
Hey,
how
that's great.
Sloane did this, so you can make a sleight of hand check with advantage.
Ooh. You're welcome.
Thank you. Oh, that's good. Oh, much better. 17.
17. All right, faster than Sloane. Take one more shot.
Ugh. That was not good. 4.
Ooh.
You rushed. Look what Russian gets you.
Russian?
Yeah, I heard it.
So, did you roll a natural 1 for that?
No, that was
Okay.
I only have a +1 for X.
Oh. Okay. So, as you throw the bolt round, you fire. You actually you've dropped your aim enough, and it misses by a lot, like 20 meters.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Just rolled again and got a 20. Not a nat 20, but
I'll say you fire a third
give
shot.
it to him. He sounds so sad.
I'll say you fire a third shot.
I rolled a 19 after the 4.
19.
Oh,
It's 20.
God.
Yeah.
And like really quick, like lightning speed, just bang, and he's like center of this bucket, and he's like, whoa, all right,
Wow.
settle. And he pulls you back, and he shows you both quickly how to reload the one magazine you've been given, and also eject it, reload it, put it back in, and then he turns to Tig. And he's got the rifle in his hand. He's like, turns back to
She
you.
deserves a turn.
You realize this is very dangerous, And
She deserves a turn.
Take be responsible.
Ulrich, I feel like you're the only one here that I can trust to see this as potentially very dangerous if she's been knocked about a bit. Do you trust her with this?
I do. As long as you're very clear.
Hands to you, like, never
But
point
before you hand it to her, I'll look to Tig and Tig, these are very powerful, like, and he'll like kind of like get closer to Tig to kind of like weirdly whisper this, but like it's like a crossbow that fires very powerful beads that can rip a person to pieces. Very careful. Don't aim it at anyone except the bucket.
Wait. Like a sphere of
No, not that strong. Not that strong.
No? Okay.
No.
Okay. But smaller?
Yes, but have you ever seen someone with a sling with a stone in it?
Oh, like
Yes, except grander, multiple stronger.
oh, so Tig with rock and just ching.
Yes, but it's all within a mechanism. And I think this might be doing more harm than good. So all I'm saying is be very careful. Very careful.
So big end, not for smack.
Exactly. Not for smack.
So little
bang.
end, strong end?
Yes. Projectile.
He's like, he pulls Ulrich back a bit.
Yeah.
Hold it only ever like this, and he shows you like a up and then down, and he's like the end with the hole, never towards you, always away. It's good enough. Or make an attack roll, Tig.
So Tig. Okay.
I mean, Sloan, you have the best decks of us.
What'd you get?
I'm gonna roll that again because that was
Right.
cocked.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would have been an at 20. I'm just like, I'm gonna re-roll that. Oh, that's better. That's a bit more accurate. That's an 8.
With your unorthodox way of holding it, you sort of fire it at a 45-degree angle upwards. And he's like, oh god. Slide a hand to there you go.
5.
Alright, so you pull this thing up and back as hard as you can, and then it won't go forward again. And he's just like, Jesus! I've never seen that happen before. And he reaches out and ejects the magazine. He's like, yeah, it's a great club. Just hit people with the spade looking end.
That's okay to do now?
For you, yeah.
With this one? Tig want to be sure.
That one's yours.
Yes! I'm gonna just run in a random direction on the deck, just trying to find like a seabird to clobber.
Who's following her?
I'm like
I'll
a kid with
follow
I'm like a
her.
kid with
Not
a net
Ulrich,
trying to
not
catch
Ulrich.
butterflies.
Okay.
I'll waddle after her.
All right. Ulrich, you spend the next 10 minutes doing this. He gives you a few more pointers, how to make sure it's clean, make sure the bolt works, how to attach the bayonet, all that sort of stuff. How, I guess Tig runs around for a good 10 minutes, smacking at things. How long till either of you go back?
I'll probably go back after I've just run out of breath and then head back over, and I will sort of like hold the gun over my shoulder like this And I think I probably would have like bent the end a little bit, and it's probably quite dinged up at this point. So that it's very unusable as a gun. So I'm just holding it like the paddle end is here, and I'm just like.
I've seen.
I would have
something-
run out of. Oh, go ahead.
I've seen something done that can maybe help your special when you're out. You want to keep practicing how to shoot there? And he looks to you, Sloane.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Since you failed more than Auric and spent a little bit of time away, I'm going to get you to make one more attack and one more sleight of hand check to see if you can get your eye in for this. This is to represent the next sort of like hour of training.
Natural 20 for my shot.
Yes.
Okay.
For 22 total.
Yep.
And then sleight of hand 11.
Okay. You're a better shot. Auric fires faster.
Hmm.
You can make one shot per turn with these guns. And you can add your dexterity modifier to the damage. And you're proficient.
Excellent.
Sean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you are proficient.
Oh yeah.
You do not get to add your dexterity modifier to the damage, but you can make
Okay.
2 attacks per round.
Still equates to more damage. Potentially.
Potentially.
What is
Pig.
the damage?
The damage is
Like,
3d10.
3d10.
That's 2 for me. Hee
Plus 2. Isn't it? Oh, yeah, your dex is. Yeah.
It's 14 in this world.
Okay. That's because, yeah, you're not a backflipping ninja barbarian like in regular D&D. Tiki takes yours away and he comes back with it about 2 hours later. And he's bolted a piece of metal to the end. He's more or less taken an axe head and shaped the end of the butt of the gun, and then placed it on and put like wax and bolted it all in so it'll stay there. So you have an axe.
Oh my god.
It does 1d10
Amazing.
slashing for you.
Oh,
Everyone
that's
else
amazing.
Gets taught how to use the bayonet, which would be 1d8 piercing. Spear.
You make this?
Sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Please don't try shooting that anywhere ever.
I'll place it on the ground gently. I'll be like Sheldon hug. I'll be like, very gently. I'll be like,
You feel as you hug him, like, he kind of like steps a bit gingerly towards you. Like there's, you seem to walk normally, but he's got something wrong with it, like a leg and hip. Anyways, you guys can do whatever you wish for the rest of this boat ride till you get there, or we can fast forward to you getting to the docks.
5 minutes of chit chat, maybe amongst the team.
Yeah, I would gather at some point. I would gather these two together, somewhat privately.
Okay. Standing at the bow, no one's around you.
So we need to find a way out of this world.
Yes, I want to go home.
This sucks.
Yes, this is a
Ouch.
world where,
Balls.
from my understanding, while I was doing the mission yesterday, I was visited by the guide we met at the beginning of these tunnels.
Did he tell you how to leave?
He reminded me that this world, well, showed me what this world is. He also reminded me that the doorway we went through, this world is about intentions and desires, or something of that sort. I don't know exactly how that might be our answer to getting out of here, but this is a world where there's no magic. Magic was never developed, and people turn towards greater means of destruction. It's more accessible.
How are you to survive without your magic?
Sit up, Shannon.
You're doing the thing you do it on Paradise
Yeah.
where your face disappears.
Let me take that one again. How are you to survive without your magic?
Well, no one else has magic.
Yes,
My
but that is
mind. With my shot, I guess.
My shot is better.
It's with this, but I can shoot more. This world is dominated by that.
What?
It's a terrible world, tragic world.
How we
We must
get
leave.
out?
Well,
we-
the other worlds were simpler. There was a pathway to a door somewhere.
But
one's
we
even more
have to
complicated.
do a thing before we open door, like a key.
Yes. Yes.
You already did something for the mission.
It's for a man. That's not what we do for these fishermen, these soldiers, these countries. Is I don't know how it affects things. The door we went through is the chariot.
What if we
Suppose
just desire to go home?
Oh, Tig, have big brain moment.
Just take it slow, Tig. Take a deep breath.
Tig, Tig wants sunlight so bad, and then
it
see
appeared.
sunlight, and sunlight happened, but Tig not touch sunlight, and then want reach out for sunlight and want sunlight so bad, and nice man move us to sunlight and take out sunlight. So if we want thing so bad, we get it. How'd I do?
I don't know
makes
if we'll be able to
perfect
manifest a solution with such a way.
How do you know if you won't try?
It worked for Tig.
I don't think any of us wanted
It
to be on
worked
a
for
boat
Tig.
to a strange place called France, and now we are.
No, but we wanted to go home.
Why don't we
And-
think
Is
about
France
that?
home? I mean, their words are
It's
similar
home
to
without
ours.
magic.
Creme brulees.
Creamy brulee.
Yeah, you're saying it wrong, Oric. It's creamy brulee.
Don't be
Don't
rude.
be.
Stay in character, everybody.
You start hearing a horn in the distance, and you can see that you're getting close to docking. I'll say this is happening like the next dawn. Like you've had a full night's sleep, you've got up early, and you're having a chat as you're approaching the dock.
Everyone give themselves 1 HP.
Nah.
We
Excellent.
desperately need it.
Yeah, we do.
Well, if we want to go home, we manvest way home.
Manifest, not manifest.
We manvest. Okay?
This world is
This
also
is serious.
intentions as well. Not just what
What?
you desire, but your intentions behind your actions.
We on a boat, not intense.
Don't laugh, Sloane.
What's so funny?
Split your wound back open.
I think I already did, but that was a good one. A side-splitting laugh, if you will.
Good
What
God.
did I do?
I need a break. And Oric walks to the other side of the boat.
Aw. I looked just something like, what did I do?
Oric, make a perception check, please.
Nothing, Tig.
Side splitting. That was good.
Perception. What is my wisdom? 13. Okay. That's the same. Great. Perception. 14.
You're outside the boat, and you kind of put your hands on the railings, like look down into the water, and you notice a set of strange gouges on the railing. If you look over the side of the boat too, like 4 claws, and then 4 claws, and something grabbing onto the railing.
I immediately just kind of like turn, just like no real, just pure instinct. Just turn to start to look at every inch of the boat and deck for more tracks.
It's kind of hard to tell. You can make a perception check, but warning you, it is very high DC.
Okay. I was about to try to give myself guidance.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate. You just like,
Yeah, playing so much Baldur's Gate, but I also Oric does know guidance in Magic World.
You can try to give yourself
Choice.
guidance.
Well, I'm
trying.
I'm just always tempted to try to do magic here after that first.
I mean, you
First
know
you
you
don't
can't
do
feel magic.
it.
If you think you would, I've never had you use guidance as far as I know. If you would instinctually reach for guidance, I'm okay with you doing that. It's a story thing. You can do it.
He wouldn't. Oric has cast guidance in the past, but it is such an unfamiliar spell to him because it's part of the Druid Eye, that he rarely casts it. So I don't think he would instinctually cast it.
Okay.
Okay, not bad. 21.
Okay. You look
Perception, I'm like still good at in this world.
You look about, and you know when water dries on metal and leaves like little vague things, you can see a trail that goes over to the doors that lead below deck. But it kind of starts to disappear, like maybe when it was dried enough, or the water came off, or the fact you're in Europe in September means that it's kind of not. It's not like raining. It's like drizzly sometimes, especially just through the
Always
channel.
kind of a dampness.
It's a bit hard to see much. So something went that way.
I will
It
rush
is-
back to the girls.
I've got a little more information for you.
I will take that little more information.
The size of it, the size of these puddles, and the little bit of footprint makes you think this is roughly half your size if it was standing upright, and of vague humanoid shape.
Interesting.
I mean, you can't tell it's humanoid shape, but if it was humanoid shape, given the puddle splashes and the footprint, you can see is roughly that size.
I would run over to my friends. What are you guys doing? Are you still bickering about?
We have to manifest. I don't understand why Icky's so against this, because it worked for Tig and we have to go home. Because we're trying to get back to Twig and stop the horsemen.
I agree with you, Tig. I do, but we are very much not home, and I trust Oric's brain.
Wait, he said
I bump into the two
war.
of you. I bump into the two of you rushing over and go, enough talking, grab your weapons, follow me.
What?
We go to play? Okay.
Not yet, carefully. There is something on the boat that followed us from London.
Oh. A bad thing?
Remember when we saw before we left? Guys.
Yes. Okay.
It's below deck. Back to normal. Don't scare the sailors. and I'm gonna go ahead. I want to go down and look below deck.
Ulrich lets me go first.
Although I imagine the three of us look ridiculous. We're like
ridiculous.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm laughing because I heard the bird just like screeching out. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it was funny.
oh no, we can't hear it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Tig being so normal right now. Not
Do you just go room by room? At like 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning?
How many rooms are there in there? I mean, you said third room on the left earlier. Is it
There's
like 3 on each side?
There's about 10 rooms total down there. Apart from the captain and the medic, each room is like bunks of 4. And then there's like a lower deck which has cargo and food. Right.
Ulrich, how did you know there was something here?
I saw tracks,
What
claw
did they
marks
look
on
like?
the side of the ship.
Maybe Tig can track it.
Wish I had my magic.
If it a bad thing? See, if Tig was hunting, Tig would probably take room at start of hallway, so Tig could block everything she want to eat in small area, then take one by one.
I
But
will let you, now that he's pointed out that there was tracks, you can both make perception rolls, or one of you can make a perception roll at advantage.
Don't you both? I think you both have the same wisdom. Oh no.
Sloan, what do you want to
That's
do?
Oh, Tig, you roll with advantage. Your wisdom is much better than mine.
All right, no worries.
You get
That's
to-
the right sound effect. We wasted a coin on that. Oh, this is for what skill would this be?
Perception.
Perception. Oh yeah.
If you're proficient in it,
15.
you still get the proficiency bonus.
16. So that'd be 17.
Okay. You roll with advantage, you roll twice and got the highest.
18, 19. Yeah.
You roll, okay, so 19? Okay.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that you do your best cartoon bloodhound impersonation with like your head on the floor, like looking around, sniffing around, you see nothing. You can hear someone like roll over in a bed in the first door. If you want to start looking room by room without being too loud, you'll need to roll a stealth check. Who's going to be doing that? There'll be no helping each other for this because it's just your stealth.
I'm stealthiest.
But you're also injured.
True.
You're still stumbling.
Or
Take shoes off, or Tig go sniff out the bad guy. We'll do for
Fine.
one candy.
Well, I don't have the candies.
That's okay. We'll do without. Tig just want to help.
No, I just don't know if we should be disturbing everyone.
Wait till sunlight.
Creature must be visible. Their eyes. It is a predatory creature.
Tig have idea. Get fabric, like clothes, and hang over doorway, right? And then everyone walk out, and if clothes move but no one walk out, Tig jump on it.
Each of you make a perception check, please.
Nine. I rolled bad.
I rolled
Me
18
too.
I rolled 18 on the dice. Sorry, I
That's-
need to
That's good.
perception. That's my wisdom. Sorry.
Are you
19.
proficient?
So I'm using my new modifiers as well, so that'd be 19 total.
Okay. You hear a faint splish off the side of the boat.
I go straight to it.
You would have to either go. You have to go back up to the deck. You're happy to do that?
Yeah, I rush straight back up the deck, and I'm looking over the edge of the boat. Like, did it sound like it came from one side or the other in particular, or just
Left
the edge
side.
of the boat?
Left side.
Left side? All right, I'm gonna rush straight up there and head towards the back of the boat, like downstream, and try and look through the water and see if I can catch any shadows or disturbance of like dust and everything in the water.
Where is she going? You go, I'll catch up.
All right. Last perception check. Now that you're up there, have a look around. Still dark, foggy. It's going to be hard to see.
18.
Can't really see anything. This is yeah, unfortunate, but fog on the water as you're pulling into port at this point. You can't see anything in the dark.
Is there like a thing of sawdust or dirt or anything like in buckets, or it's been swept over to the side, like
Nope.
a thing of rubbish?
Not on the deck.
Okay, never mind then. I'm gonna come quickly back downstairs. I'd probably bump into Auric along the way and
Yeah.
tumble down the stairs,
Yeah.
most likely. She's like, oh, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
It's gone.
Did you see it?
At the tumble down the stairs, half a dozen doors open up. Like, what? Everything all right?
It ran away. It's gone. It's off the ship.
Oh, it ran away. Jeez.
Is everyone okay?
It's early.
There was a stowaway on the ship.
Oh no!
You're-
No.
You?
What? No. A beast.
Let's not. Let's go up.
We weren't meant to be
Slow.
awake
Let's
for a
go.
couple of hours. We get into
Go
port. We
to
wake at 7.
sleep. Go to sleep.
I'm up now. This is the this is one of the cooks. Might as well get downstairs. And like half asleep, wearing like a nightie sort of thing, just like
Aww.
down the corridor. And you see him like go down a set of stairs at the end.
Aww. I head upstairs, back onto deck, and I guess I'll sort of drag Auric and Sloane along with me. Let's go.
Other thing that the guide told me is that somebody is chasing us in these tunnels.
You mean the bear?
No. The people with intentions.
And they're here now?
Don't know. They are trying.
If they have intentions, we need those to leave. Maybe we should let them come to us.
I just want to go home.
Me too.
You're muted. I couldn't hear what you just said. Your mouth moved, but nothing
No.
happened.
I was just quiet. No, these are people traversing these tunnels the same as us. They're not part of the tunnel.
They're looking for us?
Yes.
We're going to war, right?
Yes.
Hopefully Tig makes sense, but Sloane meant to be war, right?
Well,
Yes.
that's what's chasing us.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gave it up. No?
Right.
So
Yeah. Yes.
it making you go back. You say this place about intense sessions. maybe not just ours. Because war will happen everywhere, right? Not just humans and or dwarfs or elves or dragons or drows or whatever, but also really small. Like ant will make war against plant and break plant. So plant will tell other plants nearby to become poison. So more ants come. So war happen everywhere. Small, big, and other worlds.
You hear this as like you pull in to port, and another ship's moving out, and like you actually like someone, the night crew come up and throw the ramp down and start getting that sort of as you're talking. The captain sort of comes out and rolls his eyes. You are early risers.
I'm sorry, we taught to be early prepared, just in case of attack.
Oh. Well. And he throws a thumb over his shoulder, and there's that the sort of shady looking rougher guys standing there. And he's actually already got the boxes on deck for you guys to go.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna get them into a. He's got a truck organised. Get you all moving. So, it was interesting. Thanks for coming aboard. You all look very serious. Is everything alright?
Yes. As all right as it can be. Hey, we appreciate your kindness, Stephen.
Thank you, Stephen.
Yes, thank you.
Stephen. No worries. Do you want to go?
Stephen with a PH.
Do you want to go see the medic again? Sloan, was it? Make sure everything's good.
Yes, that's probably a good idea.
Alright, so as you guys, the other two, I say, will load the boxes onto trucks while you go downstairs. And you knock on the door and there's no answer.
Yep. Swanee with a Y, Swanee.
Nothing.
Swanford.
As you sort of stand there, feel there's a little bit of water on your boot shoe.
Oh no. Should have fucking put this together before.
Do you open the door?
Slowly.
It's dark. There, no light at the moment.
Produce flame. Wait.
That's not who you are.
In here, Sean. Always in here. All right. Is there any like? This is a very dumb question, and it's just because it's late. So please bear with me. Is there a light switch?
I don't think you know how to use one.
That's fair.
There would be, but she wouldn't know how to use one. No, you're
That's
right.
very
There
fair.
might, yeah.
All right. So then I'll
There
just
might be
kind
like a lantern of some sort, which you might be able to figure out.
yeah.
I'm trying to remember when. Oh, I feel like gas lamps used in and like lanterns of different sorts have been used in like D&D for a long time. Might be something you can like.
It's usually oil lanterns in D&D.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's I'll just that's all right. I'll just kind of like open the door, see that it's dark, and I'll just step in and start feeling around.
When you feel it out and you get to where the bed should be,
Hmm.
and you push down, the cold, thick liquid all over your hands now.
I step into the hallway so I can see what it is.
Your hands are covered in blood.
Yep, that's what I thought.
Make a perception check quickly. Something that in your, like, not panic, but like concern, I guess you might have missed, but now I realize you probably shouldn't have, so make a perception check. It's very low DC, it's just making sure you don't roll a 1 or a 2, really.
Alright. Yeah, it's not a 1 or a 2.
Yeah, you kind of step in, you hear this whistling noise, and you realize that his room had a porthole.
Porthole.
And
That sound we heard off the side of the thing.
The whole thing has actually been removed. Not broken, like something has like unscrewed it. Popped it
All right.
off.
I'll noted. Staring at my hands, I will go find my friends and
Yep.
just stare at them with bloody hands.
I will say that the captain is gone to do his duties, and you guys have like finished loading the boxes up as she walks down the ramp and is just like, you know, middle of her forearm to fingertip in blood.
Oh my gosh, Snow, what did you do? What's going on? Are you okay?
Shh. Quiet. And I'll run over to Sloan and kind of pull the hands in so that they're not out and visible.
Just
And,
like, my arms!
I didn't do anything.
What's going on?
I went in to see the medic, and
Uh-huh.
and it was dark, and
Uh-huh.
and I felt around, and I pushed down, and there was blood. I think I
Well, there's
think
no splatter on you, so I don't think you did it. You make it look way more fun.
No, I know I didn't do it.
We need to wash your hands now.
Can push her in the water. Just say go.
No.
Oh.
You can't push.
I'll say that there's like buckets and stuff on the side.
Yeah, I was going to say, are there
Yeah.
any
Just-
buckets
You can
around?
wash it off. There's a faint, like, orangey stain to your skin.
I think whatever we were looking for was in there, and the window. It wasn't there.
Like, there
wasn't
was
there-
no...
It wasn't there. Like
Destroyed? It was ripped out?
No.
It's
It
just a
didn't
wall.
It didn't look damaged, but where something should have been, it wasn't there.
Oh, so just
The
a
glass
hole.
wasn't there?
Yes, that's right. The glass was not there.
Grass?
No, glass. With the L.
Yes.
Oh.
As you guys are talking, the guy who's been organising the truck, you see him handshake off it. And you're like, alright, you lot, come on. You've got a lot of ground to cover. Not long. We have to be there. In the back. Now.
Icky? Tell?
Oh, I don't know.
Us.
But I'm so confused.
He
We're here to
pulls
do
his
the right
coat
thing.
aside, and you hear as he puts his hand on one of the very small metal things they were pointing at you the other time.
Mm.
In the back of the truck. Now. Come on. Got to go.
I'm gonna grab Sloan and Auric and start pushing them towards the truck. I'd be like, just get on truck. It's better
Just
to
leave- We can't leave him. We can't just leave him.
get on
There's no
truck.
leaving him. He's dead.
Get on truck. If the animal already dead, no point trying to save it. Get on truck.
She's right.
Don't harm rest of herd. Get on truck. Okay.
On truck.
Okay. And off it trundles. Now, I know you're tired, so I won't make this go for too long. Your choice whether you want to just fast forward this to the front, and say you stop somewhere on the way and manage to find a nice little creamy brulee for Sloane. I'll say that the guy stopped after a day and was like, all right, we're going to bunk down here. And some nice lady made you a creamy brulee. All right, there you go.
Great. Love it. Great.
Got one.
We
Yummy,
snuck
yum.
out. We snuck out at night to get a creamy brulee.
Great.
Which means that you'd be arriving at the front if you wish to fast forward. Or you can have some time to chat or do other stuff if you really wish to.
I think we would want to talk at least a little bit.
I agree. Just
Okay.
talk about.
No
As we're
worries.
leaving the dock, though, I'll just sort of lean out the back of the truck and.
Giving an American salute. Okay.
Tig did that to Twig.
Yeah.
So that's all she
true.
knows.
That's
Yeah.
true.
You actually would have seen the people on the boat if they salute the captain be more like that.
Oh,
I
then
guess like
Tig
that.
just go like.
Why is my thumb keep going that way? But yes, you get the idea.
Mm.
Yeah. All right. All right.
Okay.
Off you go. In the back, it's pretty loud. The guy in the front looks over his shoulder every now and again to make sure you're still there. So he will be listening into whatever you say.
I'm sorry, Sloan. Tig don't want to be so cold, but a part of nature and something that I think because you're so human, you forget sometimes emotions not help survival, which sucks balls. But Tig love you, so Tig have to be cold and help survival.
No, I understand. I just. And thank you. I love you too. I don't understand how we are supposed to get out of here if we can't see the thing that is hunting us, and I don't understand about the intentions and the what was the other thing? The
Desire.
Thank you. The desire. I don't understand. I don't want to keep going in this room. I want to find the next door. I want to go home.
Why did it attack him?
Because it helped us. It helped me.
As I suspect.
Well, then that means we can't talk to anybody else. We can't help and ask for help. We can't. We're stuck.
Why wouldn't it?
Then we're stuck.
It's hunting, you know? You want to corner something. That's how you hunt. Something only strong if has support, has a family.
Saw a creature like this in the city. If it's the same. It appeared after I had thought I was casting magic. May have been there all along, but when I noticed it, and I saw its eyes, then we saw it again when we left, while you were unconscious, Tig. We just saw its eyes. Granted, it was dark.
What?
3 of them.
One
One for each.
Smart.
What if we just stay put and let it come to
We
us.
can't.
Wait, what
Why
if
not?
each one come to us when we're missing the thing we need to make us strong? So one go for you when it find out you not have magic. One go for Tig when Tig not awake to fight. And one go for Sloan when Sloan
Can't fight?
can't fight. Tig brain hurt. Ow.
Sloan, I do think that we should let it come to us, but the thing is we cannot... Like in most situations, we can't force blocks into shapes they will not fit into. There are other creatures here that are threatening us. We can't just stand still when a man points a small rifle in our face. Back home we could, because we were strong. Like I said a couple days ago. We are
We're
powerless
still strong.
here. Not
But
in that same way, Sloan. A rock would not have incapacitated you this much back home. You've been smashed by much larger things, stabbed by worse, cut down by even worse.
okay, I understand.
So we just be polymorph into peoples.
Regular people. And there's no one strong. There's only those who take advantage of situations, mechanisms like these. No magic to get us out of things. No magic to stitch your wounds together in a matter of minutes.
Then what do we do? What do we do? How do we get home?
I don't know.
How can you not know? You are smart.
Trying to figure it out.
He book smart, not street smart. Interworldy dimensional streets not easy to learn. Or I cannot learn that book yet. Maybe. Wait, why are we here? Why we come here?
We stepped through a door.
Yes,
The
but
chariot
why
went.
this door and not other door?
Can I just give you the meta version? Everyone was like, London, let's go!
That's true. That's true.
Tourism.
All right, back to it.
Our other options were just as odd. There's a hanged man, we were told was a room of trickery, and the Hierophant, corrupted divinity. We chose this one because it seemed the most straightforward.
So it was. What's that last word?
Hierophant.
No. Curry sauce. Curry.
Corrupted. Divinity.
Corrupted. So it's that one, which means. Help Tig out, please.
Those other doors don't matter now. We're here.
No, it does. Because first step, the most important. Because first step could be off bridge, into water, or into fry pan. So maybe other first steps might make this place, make sense. Like, could choose salt, could choose spicy, could choose candy. But which one make food taste better?
suppose
two
I suppose in a meta analysis of this, that's correct. But I don't think it's that simple.
Well, what was
The only
purpose
way-
of Last Door? It show us good things and bad things about us. Maybe purpose of this door to show us why we trying to save our home. So this what happened if we
No,
Stop.
that is a more interesting assessment. Tick.
Oh, Tig did good?
Better, we'll say. If our world is lost, it would be a hell of sorts like this.
Yeah.
Granted, instead
This
of
what happened if we
guns,
fuck
it
up.
would be destruction of all living souls. I suppose this world is barreling towards that after what the guide showed me.
Yeah. Everything go round again.
Man, there's
Maybe
so many things
this-
I could tell these people about where their world is going.
No. No.
Maybe I could fix it.
That's not
The guy driving. Oh my god, I forgot his accent. Irish?
Irish.
It was Irish, it was Irish.
Yeah.
On the truck now.
You can't. You can't fix these things. It's all just people fighting all the time, and it's war. Someone wants war, that's what you get, and people die. You just have to live with it. Who the fuck wants war? Doesn't matter what the fight is for, it's bad. Whether you're trying to avenge some dead bastard, or for the greater good of everything. If you're going to war, it's going to be shite. He just keeps driving. He rolled a natural 20 for his perception. He's heard everything you've said. And he's
Nice.
like, these people
I
be
assumed
crazy.
I assumed he. It was funny because I started that conversation like this guy could definitely hear us, and halfway through I was like, "Fuck it, I don't have magic anymore."
Yeah, and that's why he was
Fucking
like,
crazy.
whatever. Like, this is just like listening to one of those radio dramas.
Yeah. See why people want to drop us off. We in Chuck Entertainment.
Truck entertainment.
We in Chuck Entertainment. Wait, Tig on good better before. What Tig talking about?
Learning why, what our intentions should be behind our desires.
Yeah. So what was first door we go through after penicillin striking downtown?
Alright, even
And-
I'm lost on that one.
Pestilence.
Oh, I thought you said penicillin.
I did.
She did. And that's why I was just like, what?
She learned that word from this
I've,
place.
Yes.
I've dealt with like 6 years of Tigsy wisdoms, and I'm pretty good
Tigsy
with it.
wisdoms.
But that one I was like,
Amazing.
what?
So what was first door we go through there? We go through hole in wall on side of boat and end up in tunnel. We go through tunnel, we see underground man
The guide.
and the guide, and he
Gan. His name is Gan.
Dan. Yeah, and we go through which door? Was that to party? Was that to forest?
I don't remember, and I can't find it in my notes.
You went through effectively the door of the lost, then you went through the door to the Winter Court, and then you've gone through to
Yep.
this door, I believe.
Hang on, door of the lost. Was that just how we got into the caves?
No,
Is that what you mean?
that brought us to
No.
that first place where the bear was and where you died and turned into Big Tree and
Oh, right. Okay, so here Tig out. So Tig save up all big brain time for now. So I'm gonna need a nap.
She just starts bleeding from the nose a little bit.
It's fine. So first door, Tig goes through desert, and I have to. Tig died. But it's okay because Tig saved Twigs. So I did what I wanted. I did good. And that's fine. And Tig was fine with that. And so second door, we go to dinner party. And we give happy and sad memories, right? So first place about
Boss.
yeah. So second place about balance. Good time, bad time. We have to give those things up though and show them to everyone. So
We've already given so much. How much more do we have to give?
everything. We give everything. Hang on. Loot loss, memories, and now we here, and here.
I think perhaps both of you are right. Perhaps we do need to let this thing find it.
I think it has the answer. I think it's... I don't know how I know that. I just do. That's what I feel.
Tig.
Hmm?
Make an intelligence check. Because you have been floating very close to the answer
It's right on the tip of my tongue right now.
without quite saying it, and I'm willing to give you, of anyone, a hint for this.
Okay.
For the Tigsy wisdoms.
Before I'm gonna roll, and then I'm gonna say what's on my mind. So that's a 17.
Okay.
So
Did you already take the 2? 17 on the dice?
17 on the dice, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So my thought here is, because the first one was about loss, the next one was about our memories, good and bad. And this one is the chariot, which could be about travel. My thought is, it's like you're pathed through something, and the next step should be about getting things back. That's how that feels. That should go logically, but and now that feels like that's just muddled it up again. Yeah, okay, go 17 minus 2, so 15. I've muddled myself up again. Send it through. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. I'm gonna start like scribbling stuff on like the discarded sand from our feet onto the bottom of the truck for you guys. Be like, this makes sense. My nose is starting to bleed a bit. I'm really trying here.
Oh, if it's about a journey, perhaps we need to finish this.
Need picture book.
If we
Itchy.
need to ride the chariot.
No. So first place about loss, losing stuff. Not just losing stuff, but... Wait, so Tig lose... Tig gives stuff up. Not about losing, but giving something.
Tig, you
up.
gave up part of yourself. Sloan, you gave up bear, war. I gave up.
What did you give up, Oric? Or what did you lose?
I gave up my daughter for Sloan.
What?
Did you choose that, or were you made to? Because Tig chose to give up things to save others. Yep.
I know I was muted, everyone. I had to have a quick word to the players. And Tig got a bit of a dot point message as rando ideas to her that might have come as the 4 neurons in her head just fired in the right way.
They tried so hard, man.
Hey, a broken clock is right twice a day.
Yes,
Is that how that expression goes?
it is, but it's annoying.
Trying to figure out how that works, but
Well,
okay.
if a clock's time isn't moving and it says 12 o'clock, twice a day it's 12 o'clock.
Okay, all right. Yep, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, technically it's
I do,
right, but
I do,
also,
yeah.
goddamn, it's annoying.
Yeah, right. It's the kind of thing where when you hear broken clock, you either think immediately that it's a clock that's not ticking, or you think a clock that's ticking wrong.
Yeah, I thought it was a
And then
clock that was ticking wrong.
And that that metaphor does not make sense in that mindset.
That's where my brain went. That's why it didn't make sense.
Um,
You gave up your daughter? What?
Not exactly. Not exactly.
But for
I,
me?
I was shown a world where I never met you. Where you died when you fell off that cliff. And I was offered the sword. A world where I could seize the power to kill gods and I could take it all for myself. Never met you. Be dead. It wasn't your choice. Your life was not mine to forsake. So I ignored it and I left to find you and Tig.
We each gave something up to go forward, right?
Yes.
Doesn't matter what, but we each gave up something. And next place about, again, giving something up. Good stuff and bad stuff this time. And then we go to here. To really bad place. So think Tig for a moment, okay? Think like Tig. You leave, nice cozy place. You want to go save people. But family won't let you go. So you give up family to go outside. And every time you try to go forward, something says no, or you can't go with that thing. So you have to give it up. Look, this place, no magic, okay? But still war. To think that this next page of book, and we just go without other stuff. So we see next part of book, okay? we go back home, but not until we intentions. Wait, no.
Need to finish the story.
We see bad place,
Yes.
and we gave up stuff to get here.
Yes.
If we go home, maybe
Yes.
that what chariot door for, we go home, would you still give things up for this? If it meant big place that we live in survive.
Are you saying
actually-
we still give things
Actually-
away
Would you
in our world the
do
same way
it?
we're giving things away here?
Yes. Would you still do it to say you have flock of sheep? Would you cut down the sick sheep to save the healthy sheep?
Yes.
Are we still talking about the war?
What would you
Well-
give up to save your family?
Cutting down all the fucking sheep, and he just keeps driving.
If we go home and Tig
Yes.
had to give up Tig's self to save 2 people, Tig, do it. Would you give up all these people in our world to save the whole world? War is shite. People die.
Yes.
You can't fix that.
Alright, we're going to take a second here. How many of you are struggling with what she's saying? I actually understand it. I completely get it now. Are you alright there, Sean?
I think he's trying. Sloane's gone. She's gone.
I understand. My disconnect is is the connection between what she's saying and being here.
Have you got a hero point?
I don't have no idea, truthfully. It's been so long since I never have them. I always assume I don't have one because
I'm
I
gonna
always
set
use them
you-
as soon as I get them.
Whether you have them or not, I'm going to set you to I'm going to set you to 0 when you leave here, and I'm going to help you connect what she's saying with this place. Because I can. She's doing a very good job of making this Tiggy, and that's the problem. I think.
I believe
I
it.
understand. I understand
believe
what
I-
the connections of themes. What I don't understand is the practical work of it. Like, of
I
how
This
does it
place
get
is
us out of
about.
here?
This place is about sticking
Can
to
I-
intentions.
Hmm.
Can I use a hero point to explain this less
Nope.
to you?
Well, the
Nope.
thing is, I get that. I do get that.
It's
I
about
ju-
can
it
you
just-
stick to them after seeing how bad it is here. This place is a world at
Yeah.
war,
Mhm.
but it's not your world.
Yeah,
Are you willing to put your world
I get that.
into this situation to save it?
Okay. I did get
Tensions.
that.
Yeah, I thought
I
you
did
did,
get
but
that.
but it's just you were kind of like
No,
you
it's
look
the Oric.
stuck.
The thing is, I don't know. I get it. I get it 100%. I just don't understand how it gets it out of here. That's the thing that is stuck in Oric's head. He says, I agree 100%. I agree that that was never, like, truthfully, Oric got that kind of from the beginning.
But why do you not tell us?
Because it's not a way out. It's like, okay, this is a
Maybe.
world. This is a horrible world. Our world will likely be in a horrible place like this if we are to fight. The alternative is oblivion. But Oric doesn't, like, the other rooms, it was like, oh, there's a way. Like, there's a door. Like, there's clearly a door out. Oric doesn't, what Oric is struggling with is how, even understanding this world, how does it get us out of it?
Make an Arcana check.
Orc also rolls like shit in this world. but I
Lack of magic affects our dice.
I know. 26.
Rolls like shit, 26.
Rolls like shit and gets a 26.
But it's Arcana, man. I can't roll that Arcana.
This whole place is the metaphysical made manifest.
Manvest, excuse me.
If
Excellent.
you and she has been right almost the entire time, which is why I was just like, you've got all the individual pieces and you've accepted them all individually. You're just not putting them into a cohesive whole. I feel really bad as a DM doing this, but I'm going to help you out here because I feel like it's literally just like you've got 3 pieces of paper from the same book and you're like looking at them individually, not just going, oh, I get it, it's a story. So
yeah.
Your intentions of sticking to them and be like, yes, we are going to war, no matter how bad it gets. We will not try any sort of other way. We're going to stick to it. I mean, you might try those, but your convictions and sticking to them.
Mm-hmm.
And wanting to go home means finding the door.
Yeah.
If you promise to stick to them at your home, that's the story. That's it. That's just not much more than that.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, that was what we were. Okay.
I know. I mean, like, you were there. It's just that, like, because you kept umming and ahhing about it, I was like, I kind of want to give you the hint that you've got the answer. Just don't keep going and then go off somewhere else and then be like, where the fuck are we going wrong here, Kyle? Because you actually have it right already. So I don't want you to feel like you've done something wrong. You've got the right answer already.
We weren't set and outright saying our intentions and our convictions, so the door isn't going to appear until all of us are strictly kind of going like, this is...
I feel like it's not usually a thing that
that
happens in a D&D game, but this is a very like thought problem compared to like, I'm just going to punch it in the face and then it'll tell me the answer. So
yeah,
I want to make sure you guys kind of got there.
Yeah. It was that's hard. Tiggifying that as well. Oh,
You did an excellent job, Tiggifying.
I'm so
it.
sorry.
No.
I sat there so many times being
Shall we
like,
back in?
how the fuck is this going? Where is this going, Sarah? And then I'm like, oh, I get it. All right, continue and see.
Back in and see.
Sure.
Pretend nothing of that ever happened. I might even edit it out. Continue.
So, yeah.
So let me get this straight.
Uh-huh.
Put it into Sloanisms.
Yep. We promise to fight when we get home. We go home.
Kind of. We promise to go to war to save everything. Not just fight, but we say we go to war, we go to war. We confront the horsemen and fuck shit up. Did I say that right, Vicky?
Yes, that is.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And yeah, we do that.
In the distance.
Is there some oath stone that I must be putting my hands upon, Tig? I don't think we ever entered this world without our intentions to go to war. We're in this world because of our intentions to go to war.
But this
We've also
showing
wanted-
us what's going to happen, and that's our fault.
But we've known that this was going to happen.
Knowing not same as seeing.
In the distance,
Oh, well.
you start hearing rolling thunder. But it doesn't stop. it starts, in the next 30-40 seconds, it starts drowning out your conversations. And the driver, he's back and like pats you all, like pats someone you can feel. And if you look out through the hatch out the front, some amount of miles in front of you, underneath the clouds was just lit by explosions as far as the eye can see. And you see that about 3 to 4 ranks deep are body bags. And if you turn around and look at the back, you've been driving past them for a while. And you're still about 2 hours away from your destination.
You understand now?
The smell hits you. And as you kind of just pass a point, and there's no trees, there's no buildings. The ground has been flattened to a muddy, dirty marshland where rotting limbs are sprouting from the ground like perverse flowers. People have been buried by these explosions. The sound of the thunder dies down as you reach a point where the truck starts to stop, and you hear this and a roar of men yelling.
Whistle.
Yes.
We couldn't
It's a
hear you.
sound
We
of
couldn't hear
whistle
you.
blowing in the distance.
God dang it. You hear the sound of a whistle blasting.
Charge in 1970.
And as you get out, already there are stretcher bearers coming back with men crying. As Tig repeats her line of, "See what I mean?"
Understand now? This Tig starts to cry. She grabs her axe. This is not just, are you okay going to war, but the war is our fault. Because we want to save everything. It's all our fault. You still prepared to put our world through this? To save it? It's okay if you're not. You're just a human still. Tig prepared because Tig can't die. I mean, maybe can, but Tig always come back. And Tig will always find you. And Tig, make sure you come back too. I'm gonna hop off the truck. I'm gonna reach up.
It's too much. It's too much. Everything. It's too much. I was this thing?
It's going to happen whether you have it or not. It's not your fault that war happens. But it's our fault that war happening at our home.
And we need to go home.
One person die so that 3 may live, but on big scale. Are you okay with that?
If I am that one person, yeah.
And what if not?
Well, then I hope it's not one of you two.
Do you get down off the truck when she's offering a handout?
Mm-hmm. I'll turn around for Oric.
Pull her down and give her a big hug, and we both reach up for Oric then.
Well, you get her
I'll
down,
let her reach
give her a big
first,
hug,
though.
and she steps past you and turns around. And as you turn around, Sloane, you're not there. You're somewhere else. Get to that in a second.
What?
As a bit of fog and dust from an explosion goes past, Sloane's gone.
Is she not next to me?
You don't notice it.
Like literally, you see
Oh.
like fog literally goes by and like you disappear behind the fog.
She just
essentially.
Batman's out of here. Yeah.
Okay.
like a
Like Batman's out
special
here.
cut in a movie.
Fair.
So
So I'm still in this moment with Oric, I guess.
She's been rotoscoped.
Yeah. I'm still in this moment with Oric, I guess.
Yeah, so like Oric is brooding in the car, in the back of the
You're
truck.
brooding.
Like he kicks the opposite, just like a part of the truck with the seats the bench you were just sitting in. He's just like kicks it several times angrily. I'm kicking it. As I will look to Tig, hearing all of that, and so furious, not even noticing that Sloane is gone. Assuming she's by the other side of the truck.
Yeah.
I'm sick of these metaphysical tests. I slaughtered and consumed 500 souls. I watched pestilence rot an entire city to nothingness. Watched dragons scramble over each other. I've seen the sick rotting and then burning. And I've seen rooms turn to flesh. And I've seen horrors. I've seen the entirety of the capacity of these horrid creatures here. I did not need to be flung into another war to understand the cost of these things. I understand them. And this is a fucking hell. Of course it is, and I know we're tumbling our plane into hell. I already know that it costs lives to fight for your world. I've already demonstrated my capacity and willingness. I've offered my daughter. I've offered myself. I've offered my friends. So this universe already has its answer, Tig. And he'll hop off the truck and walk past her.
As you
And
hop
screams
off,
into the air.
as you hop off the truck and scream, you get your first real point of divinity. As the myriad of Oryx finally settle, and you see the cost of worlds. You're in a barren landscape with yourself the only point of light, and then just endless black, no stars. And from the ground, skeletal figures from the mid sort of waist up, or like, around the stomach, they like stand up and start screaming one by one by one, until there's thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds, millions. And you, with your divine knowledge, see, know, and feel the lives and deaths of every single one of them. some 25 million people. You realize that's just this warrior standing. You see worlds untold start, like lights turning on down a hallway, and realize that your acceptance of this part of the mortal coil and the part you're going to have to play in it is going to shape the god you are to become. As you jump down into the dust from dirt thrown into the air, you land next to Sloane. Tig turns around and sees you both. You're in the black, the two glowing doors in front of you. One radiates void light from the edges, and the other one fire and heat. And I think we'll end the session there. How's everyone doing?
Wow.
Hey, do you think we almost ended with? Do you just want to flash forward to the front?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I'm fucking glad we did not.
Well done, everybody.
Oh my gosh.
So another RP heavy session. I mean, I had a combat written out in case you guys flash forward to the front and then stormed the trenches, but that would have been rough as hell.
Mm.
Because, you know, guns.
Do we still have our rifles?
Do I have my axe? Yeah? Yeah?
I guess we'll have to see till
We'll find
We'll find out next session.
Yeah, we'll find out next session. Yeah. Walk up and just shoot Tiamat in the face.
Like,
Sure,
savage.
a god dragon won't survive a rifle fire.
Be like, why are you throwing sand at me?
I hope you all enjoyed that. I know it was long
Yep.
and tiring, and especially since it's almost midnight. But I'll do a really quick round of favorite moments with you guys, and then we'll end the session so you guys can go to sleep. So I'll start with Shannon again.
Okay. So let's see. Nova, I really appreciate the puzzle aspect of this, even though, you know, it's taking me personally a little longer than I would like to piece it together. But we all know wisdom is my real life dump stat, so that is not on you.
Look, I'm just going to cut in here as you've just self-deprecate a little bit. Let's be fair that it's now 11:50 at night after your week of, for most of you, work, and you know, fucking full-time mum at the moment. You've got like, you're allowed to be like a little bit slow on the uptick on certain things after, you know, fuck it, it's like 11 o'clock at night and you're like, there's a puzzle and I'm tired. Because that's all, it's fine.
I appreciate that, but I do enjoy puzzles, and this has been a fun puzzle to solve, and I'm excited for the next piece. Tig, I just well fucking done with all of the descriptions tonight. Like, oh my god, like your talent for staying in character to communicate relevant information to the party is just unmatched. It's just so it's so impressive and very inspiring. So yay.
Thank you
Well
so
done.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And Sean, I really enjoyed the your Oryx tirade at the end there, particularly because I could sense his frustration with, like, I already know this. Why the fuck are you making me like experience this again? Like, how dare you question my knowledge, my smarts? Like, that really came through, and that was, I like that you know, used specific moments from past sessions and So that was awesome RP as well.
Happy yourself.
And for me, I don't know. I mean, I guess I like that. I need to think about it. I don't know. I don't have a clear-cut one like I did last week.
We can come back to you.
I'll think
Yourself
about
one.
that. Somebody else go.
Okay. Sarah.
Oh, okay. I have mine written down. So my favorite for Sloane was sort of her like light bulb moments that were sort of scattered throughout. Like the main one was like you gave up your daughter, and then it was the fact that it was like you gave up your daughter, but you gave her up for me. Like the realizing of how much Auric cares for Sloane. That moment there, like it's like she thought she understood, but there's a whole nother level to it now, and it's sort of it was really nice to see that. And the light bulb moment again of it realizing for Sloane that it's too much. Like I thought I was going to see Sloane outright give up for a moment, and I was like, damn, it was really good to see. So well done on that. It was really good role playing there for Auric, and now I won't backpack on Sloane. So for my own one, it will be watching Auric's facial expressions, listening to the tigification, and trying so desperately to make sense of that bullshit. Oh my god, I felt so bad. I'm so sorry. But like, I really enjoyed watching you try and figure out what I was trying to get through, and then the like input, you pieced it together really well, and gave feedback as a confused Auric. And it was nice to see. It was funny, and it was really nice to see a Auric who is completely dumbfounded for a second. And I was like, he knows everything all the time, so it was nice to see this other side of him for a bit. And for the DM, your descriptions and like the way you laid out the visual field as we were progressing through in that truck specifically, that like as bad of a person as it might make me sound, that was the best descriptions that I've heard in a long time, and I could really sort of see the sort of thing that you see in the school history books. So it was really, really good visual language. Well done there. And I don't really know about myself yet, so I'll circle back to me. So I'll pass it over to Sean.
You kidding? All your tigisms? What the fuck? You're like you talked like the entire session, and you gave across constant relevant information, reassessing it and giving it in different ways. You were amazing. Like okay. I honestly want to see you jump into like I'd love to see you as Tig with like high profile games. Like let's see how fucking like Brennelly Mulligan handles Tig, because he'd just be sitting there like the fuck is happening in my game? Same thing with like just put you into the critical role table and just see how they're just like, is anyone getting this at all? Like
you and Fern would get along really well.
But yeah, like it would be. I think every table needs a Tig, at least for a little bit.
Every table needs a Tig.
Aww.
Ain't that the truth?
We need a T-shirt with that.
Every table needs a Tig.
Yep.
Okay.
I want to get someone to do chibi art and then have that.
Well, I want to have my own self moment, so I'll think about it, because there might be one that like everyone might think of the Tiggyisms, but I'll think of a little something extra. So I'll pass it over to Sean.
For me.
Oh, go Shannon.
Thought of mine. Me. I liked that I was clinging on to something that Sloane was constantly going back to, which was learning. Like, I know these sounds, I know these letters, I know these, I know what that says, I know this rule, like just trying to make some sense of the world around her. So
I did like that you, because I'm effectively jumping into my favorite moments with as you guys talk. Sorry about that, but yeah, I did really like that you gave a. It's almost like it was your touchstone to feel safe, being like, I understand this. I'm learning. I'm doing good, right? I'm here, and I'm doing something that progresses me, right? This is good. Like it was. It was really, really good. I liked it.
Yeah. Thanks.
Sean.
My favorite moment for Sloane is sort of a not meta, but a holistic thing that I liked about this session and last session is I'm just enjoying, maybe this is a little bit because of Oric's typical role, but I'm enjoying like that Sloane having to be in like sort of a face position often in this. Like I know Oric has been the primary face during these encounters because he's sort of quick to discern like how to navigate this new world. But Sloane, I've been finding it interesting because Sloane has rarely had to be the face because there's faces kind of in the way to be the face. And I've really enjoyed Sloane talking with NPCs in these ways, and then like couple that with the sort of lesson about war and what it means and what violence really means. And her saying it's too much and whatnot. I just think these are all really interesting setups for Sloane to like change as a character and find new things to go after in the world, and where she can sort of look to just go down a different path and approach things differently, and maybe have some confidence in herself to talk to other people as opposed to just being like, I'm the one who beats people up and protects people. Like she can think like, no, I can be more than that, and in fact I need to be more than that, which I think is just a fun setup that I just think that Sloane has taken this London arc very interestingly, and I like it. So that's my favorite, is Sloane's just reaction to the early 20th century. Tig, yes, like everyone said, the Tigisms at the end there. But what I also really enjoyed was Tig's moment of just like go. It doesn't. The man's dead. There's nothing we could do. Move forward. In a moment when Sloane was overwhelmed, Sloane frequently does want to go back and check on people, even if they are lost. Or it kind of just being like, there's too many things going on. I can't think straight. For Tig to just step in and be like, okay, Tig time. It's kind of like when there's always a moment every now and then where Tig just has to be like, pick everyone up and take a step forward so that the whole group can take a step forward. Another reason every party needs a Tig, besides just the Tigisms. Nova, I'm piggyback on the descriptions, but more so before even the descriptions in the end there to help with things. I would just really enjoy these 1910s characters. And just like they're like, I liked the fact that the ruffian kind of was like chimed in there. Or I really liked Stephen. I really liked Stephen. I don't know why, but I just liked. Is it Stefan? Was it Stefan? I heard Stephen.
No, it was Stephen. Stephen.
It's just that
Stephen.
Sarah is quoting a meme. Stephen with a PH. All right, Stephen. Yeah,
Stephen. I liked Stephen. I don't know. He was just sort of this portal into this boat, and I liked the way he talked, and I liked the things he was saying. Like he was like, "Oh, like yeah, this is the way the world is," and all of that. It was just an interesting conversation. And I've just really liked this invisible creature that has been following us. I liked the way you've been approaching that. I just like this little arc. For myself, I had one and I forgot it. While describing all of the other ones, I had it ready. Should have said it first. I just liked the way that Oric was kind of trying to learn everything he can about this world. As soon as he kind of got his footing, like I'd say, Sloane never got her sea legs for this world. So she was kind of like always kind of, that's why she needed those safety lessons to remind herself Tig never needed to get this world. She was just going to act like Tig and have her feet. So I liked when Oric got his sea legs here, and I felt like I could start asking questions, but it almost was a detriment to Oric, though, because he's like, the more I understand this world, the less I'm going to understand the metaphysics of this cavern. And I'm going to start looking at the world through the lens of what I'm learning here. Like, so much so that he started to be like, all right, so they have creme brulees. What is that? I must be able to get something out of they have creme brulees.
Yeah, seeing the consistencies between worlds.
Yeah, he was like, okay, France. These words sound like the way, like these words, like to the point where in his mind he's like, all right, France. Their language is kind of like Sylvan. What can I discern from this? And it kind of goes back to what Tig was saying of book smarts versus street smarts.
Yeah, like I would say that, like, when you guys stopped at the little cafe to get creme brulee, right? You would have heard someone speak, and when they're like, "Oh, what would you like from there?" You'd be like, "You Tridalian? Like, what the what?"
Yeah,
what,
exactly.
What?
If we got there, I would have absolutely started to be like, "All right,
I mean,
all right,
it would have happened.
This
It's just we just didn't go through it, right? And that's pretty much it. Like, you're like,
Yeah.
like the way they were speaking there, like, why do you sound like South Etredale and you sound like North Etredale? What is going on here? And so yeah.
I want to add one for the DM. I appreciate the amount of research that you've done and the amount of preparation that you've done to bring this war zone to life. Like,
Thank you.
Learning history lessons as we were playing.
Honestly,
Yeah,
if I ever
I agree.
finish my teaching degree, I would
Do it!
100% do a history class where they roleplayed their way from the outbreak of the war to the end of the war, so they can be like,
Oh,
this is
hell
what
yeah.
situations were like, and this is the politics, and this is, I think
Honestly,
it's such a good way to
role play
learn.
is such powerful teaching. Oh, yeah. Great.
I think I'm also going to backpack off of what Sean said about Tig having that moment on the ship of like go go go, because that was actually what I created. Tig was meant to be a visiting character and then never exist again. She was only meant to be there for about 5 sessions and that's it. And I designed her as a party moving force, because the party that she was invited into just kept sort of going round and round in circles in the same spot. Like, they just couldn't make a decision and move forward. So she would make that decision for them. Didn't matter if it was good or bad. She didn't take any consideration into the situation. She was just like, oh, we're just going to go that way because I'm bored standing here. So I would just choose a path. And it was kind of nice to have that situation again, to sort of go, you know what, we're a moving force. This is what we're here to do. We're just going to go. But having to sort of humanize it a bit for Sloane to explain, like, I'm not trying to be cold-hearted. Like, I do care, but in the scheme of things, it's not worth it to stay. And it broke my heart to have to do that to Sloane. It really did. But it was, I'm just going to backpack off of Sean there. So thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Did you have yours, Sean, or did I forget what you said about you already somehow?
Yeah, I did mine. Have mine.
Good. Sorry, I didn't forget. It's just that I was like, my brain is a bit. I had a late night last night making sure I had all this straight. So, for the history lesson part, I'll give you a really quick rundown. You arrived during the night bombing of September 15th, 1915. I kind of rushed you a bit, but effectively, you arrived at the dawn of Battle of Luz, September 25th, which lasted till the 8th of October 1915. At which point some 85,000 people died in that 13 days. So, yeah, rough as hell. And that is kind of what you were dealing with. Apart from the smugglers, nearly all of it's relatively accurate. There was bombing around St. Paul's Cathedral. They did take gas the first time at that battle. They used phosphine, I believe it was, and they started it out by bombing or artillerying bombarding the land flat, trying to break all the barbed wire, which is why it was just a expanse of nothing. So yes, history, folks, it's fucked. Anyways, for my favorite moments, I said the Tiggisms. Shannon, I really liked your just like panic of you've been like blood, open port window, splash, oh my god, and like just that moment from the first touching it and being like, yep, I know what's going on, oh my god, I should put this together, until you got off the boat and kind of had to be like almost calmed down about it. It was really, I found it touching, or I feel like powerful is the wrong word, but it was good because like
Moving.
you're a character that is been very bloodthirsty in the
Violent.
past and violent in the past,
Yeah.
and having you now be like, that is a massive change from where you were to where you are, and it's shown very positive growth for the character, and I like it.
Thank you.
Sean.
Hmm.
I'm sorry I couldn't give you more time in this world. I'm loving seeing you explore it. If Sarah hadn't like put 90% of it together in the truck ride, you would have had one more session.
I'm
So
sorry.
you can blame her, all right? She's robbed you of that role playing experience.
My brain cells are trying
It's
so
okay.
hard.
I've just really liked playing non-magic Auric because he's still smart and he can
Yeah.
he's still like running up to Sloane and be like, "Put your goddamn bloody hands away. There's people will kill us at any moment."
Are you sad that you may never find out what the creature was that was following you since you've left?
Yes, very much so.
Do you want to know what it was?
Yes, very much so.
Oh,
It was
so
a
you
goblin.
wanna?
It was just a goblin. It was just a
You're
few
fucking
goblins.
kidding.
What? It's just a goblin? I wish I never knew.
I wish I never knew.
No.
Because I would have had you
I just
most like since it's not happening. I tell you, next session would have seen you having to cross a bit of no man's land. You would have either at some point fallen in a crater and had to fight goblins feasting on the dead, that have been following you around and like scavenging on things, or you would have found like the one. I don't know if you've seen the photo of from some where it's just like a single tree survives like
Yeah, I've seen
a
that.
year or two of bombardment. There'd be like a single like standing structure, and you and a couple of people would have been told to go in there, and they would have been filled with all the goblins that have been following you. And when you've only got like between 1 and 10 hit points, D6 plus 2 is terrifying.
Yeah.
They had some stealthy bonuses to them, and they would have had pack tactics, and their intelligence is bumped up a bit as they have been drawn to all the magic that you have been emanating off. And you got them from another world, and they kind of followed here. But yes, kind of just may have left them behind in this
They'll
defunct
take care of
world.
A bomb will hit them and blow them all up.
What ugly children. Yes. So yes. Anyways, that was a good time. I hope you all had fun. I really enjoyed this session. I tried to keep it interesting for what could have been very boring two days in World War I London / France. But yes. Anyways, everybody wave goodbye, and we'll be heading off. Bye bye. See you next time. Bye. Wait, I have to do the.